Homies, what a way to bring it to a close. We're just going to get it all out there. Not only did I crush today's final day of the full program that I've been running, but just to chop it all up into one, I have had a total in this past week and a half of insane training. If you've stuck around for the ride, I have had 17 PR at minimum attempts to match old PR weights. But out of all 17 lifts that I've done that have matched my PRs, I have hit new PRs on 14 of those lifts. I have never been so peaked, but more so proud to be in this sport in my life. Genuinely, I do not know where I would be without this sport. And that doesn't mean that I have to lift weights to be happy in my life, but this is that thing that I've found, that I've been able to relish in, that I've been able to absorb myself into, where no matter what happens, no matter what the day, no matter where I am, what's happening, how shitty I feel, even how good I feel, it doesn't matter. None of it matters when I'm in there. It's my own bubble away from the world. There are no rules. There are no standards. There are no comparisons. It's just me against me every single day. And when I not only beat myself, but absolutely blow myself out of the fucking water, that's what I want to relish in. That's that moment that I want to live in. Because it's not, it only lasts the moment. That's what's truly tragic about it. It's only going to last this present time. But damn it, I'm going to soak it in. And while it's tragic that you only get it for this certain moment in time, this feeling of euphoria and triumph, it's what makes us want to come back and do more. This is where the purpose comes from. I always tell you guys it's not about the weights. But damn it, man, when the weights are there, that's what makes good days the best. Because you could sit there and have a mediocre day every day. That's easy. It's easy to keep up the mediocre days. But to continuously push through and have the best days humanly imaginable, not just to the world standard, but to your standard, that's what it means to love something. That's what it means to be passionate about something. God. And despite being so absolutely beautifully proud in the efforts that I've put in, not just this week, because this past week and a half of maxing out is not what the training's been about. This past week and a half is the accumulation of the past years of my life I've dedicated to just trying hard. Not just dedicating to the sport, not just dedicating to the daily lifts, but just dedicating to the attempt of bettering myself. No matter what. And earning that shit every single day. I came in, and in my head, it's like, no matter how well you train or how close you get to some of those PR weights, you're always going to sit there and you're going to just look at that new dream weight. The weights that you can never imagine yourself hitting and still think you're going to fail. Because, shit, it's like, I never thought I'd be here. Let alone looking at myself from high school. If I looked at myself from a year ago, I didn't think this progress was going to happen until I was near 25, And that was me being nice to myself. I was getting injured so often and training so inefficiently and had so much other stuff going on in my life to where I couldn't really give it that full attention that it really deserved to flourish. But man, when you start getting going, when you're really able to lock it in that moment, that's when you know you have it. So that's why I like doing my warm-ups the way I do. Everybody always questions me. Why do you do the exact same warm-ups every day? Whenever I PR, I have about 10 warm-up sets that I do. And it's not to just overwork myself or to do more sets than I'm supposed to be doing, whatever. I want every day to emulate the maximum amount of intensity that I can put in no matter what. Because I don't want the weight to matter. If I can put in heavyweight, I put in heavyweight. If I can't, I don't. I simply listen to my body. But no matter what, if I feel good looking and the technique is good, I will go to that next warm-up weight. So every day that I commit to those exact warm-up weights the exact same way the whole way through, there is no single doubt in my mind that I'm going to crush 475 on squat, 345 on bench. The only single concern I want there to be for that day is for that PR attempt. And not because I want to be worried about it, but because not having a standard or knowing exactly how I'm going to do is what makes that lift so fucking exciting. Because there is no standard. There is no comparison. There is no comfortability. You're completely out of the box. You're in the full unknown. You are out there thrown to the fucking woods. And you commit anyway. Because I could care less if I get injured. I could care less if I fail. I could care less if it doesn't even move. But the only reason I'd ever be disappointed in myself in this sport is if I didn't give myself the chance to get underneath that weight. I'll fail it all day long. If I squat down and it's not going, I'm going to drop it right away. But man, am I going to get underneath that shit, especially on an Olympic lift. I would have never had thought I could hit 275 yesterday with how tired I was and how heavy it felt. But 255 went, and I had a little bit more energy to go. And I have to tell myself every single day, you know that that's not max intensity. So I throw it one more time, just to give myself the benefit of the doubt, the availability of potential, and throw that last fucking heavyweight. And I hit it, man. I have never hit lifetime PRs so easily. I squatted 500 fucking pounds for the first time today. I didn't just squat 500 pounds. I destroyed 500 pounds. I think the absolute best kind of peak you can have in a program is when you're not even thinking about the heaviest weight anymore. You're thinking about, I could probably do 520. You know? All I'm thinking about is the fact that I know I can do that next heaviest weight. Like, I have made, like, strength training is exponential. It is not linear. Sometimes you do really well. Sometimes you plateau for a long time. I was injured for a long time. I trained inefficiently for a long time. I finally feel like I've got everything exactly where I want it to be right now. And that may not last. I know that for a fact. And it won't last. And sometimes I might have really bad times in my training where I have to take months and months and months off to bounce back, like I am now. But I don't give a shit about what ifs. We're living in the moment. We're taking each step with stride, passion, and fucking pride. Because I earned that. Bench press, even more so than the squat. I'm sitting there thinking, well, I'm putting a dream weight on today. Simultaneously having both weights be absolute dream weights. You know, those next highest. 500 squat and 365 bench. I benched 315 damn near when I was in high school. I finally hit it after getting myself injured for a bunch after my first year in college. So I hit 315 for the first time over 3 years ago. And in that time, I've only raised my max 50 pounds. But this is the quickest my bench has ever gone up. This is the quickest it's ever felt good. And despite my issues with my shoulder this past week, the technique, the commitment, and listening to my body and relaxing when I need to relax, recovering when I need to recover, and exploding when I need to explode has given me the availability to crush that as well today. And I know that it was max intensity, but same deal, man. I think I could have at least gone up one more time, even if it was just 5 or 10 pounds. It exploded. And that's the shit I live for. Knowing that I have, knowing without a shadow of a fucking doubt that I have a future in this sport. I don't know how long it's going to last, and I don't care how long it lasts. But at the very least, in this present moment, I know that I have more steps to do beyond this one. This is not the end. This is not close to the end. And you'd think that after all this, I'd have some sort of an idea of what I want to do next. An absolute goal, an absolute dream. I'm going to get right back on the program day after tomorrow after I rest. Right back to maxing out. Truthfully, I have no fucking idea what I'm going to do. I have no damn idea. And while that may be unfortunate to some people, that is what gets me the most excited. Because the fact that I have zero idea what the next step is, but I know I'm going to absolutely crush it, is what makes me want to jump right back on that horse as hard as I can, no matter what. Because I can already tell you right now, I'm not doing heavyweight when I come back. I'm taking a full 3 days off for sure. I imagine I'll want to come back after that, but my body is in tatters. As good as I may feel strength-wise, I know my knees, shoulders, elbows, wrists, CNS, everything is starting to break down. And the longer that I PR, the more risk of injury there is, and the more likely I am to get debilitated while doing it. I know my body, I know my limits, I know my ego, and this is a time to love the moment, live in the moment, but we're gonna mess around a little bit when we come back. I wanna treat this as a true passion and be able to pry myself away from the obsession so that I don't overdo it in such a short amount of time, no matter how amazing it's feeling today, because I know it's not going to keep up. I know it. I've been through this too many times. Next week, if I came in trying to do a strength lifting program, I would explode. It'd be lightweight for at least a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I would not probably be able to match the PRs I hit this program that last peak week. So I don't want to spend a month playing catch up with my CNS and my fatigue. I want to spend a month just fully restarting, trying something completely new, no standard, no idea what to do, just something fun that gets me excited, seeing where it goes. If it works, who cares? Because it's a new attempt at something that I haven't done before. It's going to be Olympic lifting and strength training as always, but I want to write a completely new program that has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. I want to really mess around for a couple weeks, if not just a week, you know? It doesn't need to be a long-term thing, but I want something to take a step away, appreciate what I've done for myself, learn something new, and then pry myself away for just long enough so that when I jump back on that strength training program, I'm going to go as hard as I want. I'm going to go absolutely belligerent. And I'm not one to PR 2 times in one day. Because, I hit 500 pounds on squat for the first time and 365 on bench for the first time. But I know in my heart that I could probably do at least 10 to 20 pounds more on both. But I don't like rushing PRs. I like having them for as long as I can have them. So at the very least, the next time I come back, it doesn't matter if I only make one small jump. I want to be able to have the best attempt possible at jumping up to that next heaviest weight. That next warm-up commitment, you know? So in my head, I like to imagine, because I don't even know what weight that would be yet. But I think that on squat, that'd be something like, it'd be 5 plates, a 10 and a 5 on each side. So 495, 515, 525 pounds would be the next squat max that I would want to go for. Bench press would be 385. Snatch 295. Clean and jerk 365. More and more dream weights to be had. But I'm going to let them come at their own rate. I'm going to take my time, love the moment, and accept that this is just the next step. I'm happy that the next step is ambiguous and that I can appreciate it for what it's been and be happy to move on to the next one. Physically, I got to give it a 10. I can't remember the last time I felt this good. There's no doubt. There's no question. It's just have fun, lift heavy, fuck around, and hit some dream weights. Mentally, easily a 9.8. Absolutely fucking crushed it. I've never felt so in tune with my body, my program, my life, my livelihood, the things that I love to do. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm grateful to you all that's kept me consistent and kept me passionate, and quite literally have been a source of therapy for me. I do these videos to keep my head screwed on straight some days. These days are not always how they are. This past week is a bit of an anomaly, but I'm thankful for it, and I'm always going to put a positive spin on it no matter what. So it's going to be a couple days. You're not going to see me for a minute, but as always, I will be back no matter what. 100% committing no matter what we do. Loving every step of it. Let me know how the lives and lists been going. I love hearing about it, and I love you guys. Thank you. See you later.